Alright, Kiwi. It, at long last, Hades 2. Early access, but Hades 2 nonetheless. I am so excited. I like the remix of the opening theme again. So, fun fact, I've recorded maybe like 5 episodes now of the main game, but with this coming out, I can't ignore it. I need to play it now. So, here we go. I hope you enjoy. I'm very excited to see what this game brings.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose reign as grim lord of the dead came to a sudden end when all at once his past caught up with him. But gods do not go quietly, and history repeats. So this tale was only a matter of time.
Sounds like time is going to be our main antagonist here.
Death to Kronos.
Yep, good old Kronos. Alright, so it looks like we kind of have a spear type attack.
For my family.
And okay, so is this our cast? Oh, they swapped the... This is gonna throw me off. Hold on, can I think they swapped cast and special attack button, so I'm going to have to fix that. No. Oh, weird. So, that's my cast. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and do our first room, and I guess we're going to meet our first god as well. Oh, the dash is a lot slower, but that might just be because I only have one. Alright. I think I've got a sense of how this works. What were the other buttons, just to make sure? Hex and interact. Alright. I guess Hex will be the equivalent of our god calls. Alright, let's get into our first room.
Lost souls. I'll make the Titan pay.
Well, you know what? It makes sense that we'd be fighting Titans after oh. Okay, so my cast doesn't seem to do damage. I don't actually know what it does. But I've already taken a bit more damage than I would have liked to have, and it was entirely unnecessary. But this plays similar to the spear for now. We'll see how it actually pays off. I'm really curious to know what this cast does, though, or if this is... My guess is it boosts damage, or does damage reductions? It doesn't actually seem to be dealing damage right now.
It's him.
Who is him? Is this Apollo?
Just a spell. It's just another spell. 10 words. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings from Olympus and well met there, sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down.
Alright. Let's see. Nova Strikes. Attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Oh, I can charge my attack. Hold on, I have to try that out. Sprint is faster and inflicts daze on nearby foes, which gives them a 20% chance to deal no damage. That's pretty cool. Lucid Gain. While standing in your cast, gradually restore magic, which allows me to use powerful Omega moves, which I don't know how to do yet. I don't know which of these is going to be amazing, and I don't know what my other options will be, but I think we're gonna go with this, or maybe I should go with the attack steroid for now. I think this sounds really good for a defensive option, so I'm gonna take that.
I'll see if I need theirs.
All right. So what does it do if I oh, okay. And that consumes my magics. Okay. I assume that regenerates somehow, so let's see what happens. But good to know I have an AoE charge attack like that. Okay. It regenerated between room, but can it regenerate in the same room? Let's find out that now. Oh, that does a lot of damage too. So I wonder what the regions of the underworld we'll be passing through are going to be, or if this even is technically the underworld. I assume it is. I wonder if maybe this cast has an interaction with my charge attack? I'm not sure. Again, I am taking more damage than I would have found ideal, but... Oh, it does change. So it did change my charge attack. It turned it into kind of a homing orb looking thing, I think. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright.
Return to dust.
Is that a dog? I can't tell what that is, but it looks like maybe a dog? No, it's definitely not. So what I'm seeing is, if I use here, leg, ear and head, and a little tail right there. But it looks like maybe a paintbrush stroke because it goes swoop upwards. But that's what I was seeing there for a second.
I'll need these soon enough.
Alright, so I don't know what any of this does, so we're going to take the green thing just because it's a new option to us. So far, the symbols don't appear to be the same. Alright, so I have to remember that my special attack lets me do ranged. It actually comes out impressively fast and doesn't seem to consume any resources. And then if I use it... Oh, okay, I see. So I can charge it. And then it does AoE, maybe? No, it looked like it puffed out of him, but it didn't damage the guy next to him. Okay. Interesting and more interesting. I still don't fully understand what this cast even does. Again, my biggest assumption is either damage reduction or damage amplification. So let's see. If I hit you once, you take 20 damage. If I hit you now, you take 20 damage. So maybe it gives a passive chance of doing increased damage or crit or something. It's really hard for me to know right now because I have no way of knowing other than the game telling me. Which I guess is a possibility. Maybe if I go into the menu. Gain 10... I don't know what that is, so... I can't seem to accept... this is what I want.
Use this at my altar back home.
So Psych, mostly used to raise Grasp to activate more Arcana cards. No idea what that means. Ashes, most commonly used for unlocking Arcana cards. Alright. So we can get a Pomegranate of Power or another Apollo boon. I think Apollo boons make more sense right now. Wow, excellent. Our first armored enemy. So it looks like fully charging that does cost magic. But it does do AoE, which is nice. And those guys were so clustered together, it was very easy to get them all hit at once. I committed to the charge more than I should have. What I actually wanted to do is this, because that does a lot of damage. It does cost a lot more magic, though.
Hear me on my authority.
Okay, critical miss. Foes take damage whenever daze causes them to miss. That sounds good, but the question is, they have to try and hit me for that, right? After your Omega cast expires, rapidly deal damage in an area. Your attacks deal damage in a larger area. I think we're going to take Nova Strike this time. As good as critical miss may sound on paper, I'm unclear if this... I am unclear. Let's see. I'm still... Yeah, it's a chance to deal no damage, so I think that means they have to still try and hit me. So with this little HP, I don't want to run a build that makes it so I can easily get hit. Okay, interesting. Doesn't affect the special, which isn't a surprise. Oh, hey, Demeter's in this game. All right, let's go check out Demeter. Demeter. All right, here we go. Looks like this is a mini boss of some nature. Just have to watch for the little underground animation. Oh, would you kindly stop? So basically, I shoot little lasers. But I'm taking a lot. Oh goodness, I just face tanked all of that. That was not ideal. I guess I just have to focus on dodging when she's doing this, which is hard when I only have a single dash. If there's one thing I learned in my first playthrough playthrough and my recent Hades playthrough is more dashes means significantly more survivability. And I really, okay, those, if I go on her little root trap over there, I actually am unable to move. Gotta be careful about that. Alright, we've broken her shield, which gives us a much better fighting chance. I really do wonder what this ability does, but let's go ahead and cast our magic. Pew pew. Alright, Demeter.
Just told me so much about you, and now at last we meet. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You look just like your mother. I'll not lose her again. I shall freeze hell in its entirety if that is what it takes to get her back. You'll help me, won't you, granddaughter?
So, are we Zagreus' sister and Persephone's daughter? I really don't know anything about the main character yet. I think her name was Melanois. I don't actually know how to pronounce her name yet. Or Melano, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce her name properly yet, so forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. I'm sure the game will tell us soon enough, but just want to say, Demeter is looking absolutely kick-ass in that armor.
Grandmother.
Let's see. Your cast repeatedly deal damage in an area and inflict freeze, which makes enemies stop for 2 seconds and can be reapplied every 10 seconds. After remaining inactive for 1 second, rapidly restore magic. That could be useful. After you enter a location, prime a barrier that absorbs 1 instance of damage. It looks like that costs 20 magic, maybe, though? Oh, it's a passive reduction to your magic limit until the next location. I think the blocking of 1 instance of damage is still worth it. I'm not good enough at this game and familiar with this game enough to...
Can't recover here.
I don't know what that is.
Press on.
I'm not versed in this game enough to reliably... What's the word? Reliably not take damage, and I'm not using my magics enough that I think it terribly matters that I've capped myself down 1 use. Not yet, at least. I'll probably feel it soon enough. It feels like my... Oop, let's not waste that, please. This seems like a good room to use it, though. Except they didn't chase after me until it was too late. Unfortunate. I'm so curious to know what this special attack does. The only way I'm going to find out is if I end up in, like, the equivalent of Skelly's room and try it out. They usually kind of give you a fair description. Actually, hold on. How do I... There was a way to see... There they are. Can I actually... No, it doesn't tell me about my aspect in here, it seems. Oh, well. I really don't know what these resources are, although ashes seem to be easier to come by, so for now I'll go for the green things. So I'm just kind of learning how my magics work here. Alright, I've wasted my shield, but hey, it's 1 less damage that I would have taken otherwise. Everything seems to do about 3 damage right now, so I've gotten hit a whole bunch on this run so far. But it's fine. I think we're more than fine. Armored enemies are always an inconvenience because you can't stagger lock them, and it is a bit rough to see them this early in the game, but I'm not surprised they show up. They showed up pretty early. They showed up on the first run in the main game, or the original game as well. So another Demeter, or I think that's just a coin room. Let's go for the Demeter. I also don't know what things are interactable. I saw those flowers earlier, but I grabbed them in the last room. Well, let's get another... Let's see what other boons Demeter can offer us this early in the game. Gotta be careful of they have more range than they look, these guys. But I guess I also have more range than I look, so I can be lame about this here. Now he's got a little mark over his HP bar. Okay, that was a shield marker. So this shows that he's like a special enemy with a little skull on him. And then also he has... Oh, I just blew that tree up. And then he has armor, which is the other marker over his head. Let's get rid of the ranged attacker first, and then I can take care of this guy. Oh, there's something to interact with over there. It is kind of funny that I can spam this, but it feels very weak right now. I bet there's something that'll make it very strong if I can stack it up enough, though. But this is a very good option for playing lame win-game sort of strategies. Whoop. I'm curious, though, what other gods are we going to see in this? Because all we've seen are Demeter and Apollo so far. Your casts repeatedly deal damage in an area and inflict damage. Or inflict freeze. Regain magic if you stand still. Your Omega cast deals bonus damage and follows you even as you start to channel it. I still don't fully understand what the Omega cast is. Press and hold to imbue your move with magic to prepare an Omega effect. Okay, so it's just charging either your special or your base attack. I think we're gonna take the cast here, though.
Good.
And then I have no idea what that is. That looks pretty cool, but I think we need the HP. Oh, you know what? I bet it's a way to increase my total magic, because yeah, that's the magic symbol, but I think I'm going to prioritize HP right now. The magic attacks seem really strong, but not strictly speaking sustainable due to the very limited cap I have right now and an unreliable way of regenerating it, since I didn't take those Demeter passives. Alright, let's use this fancy new cast.
Freeze.
cast seems reasonably strong. And can I use it immediately? I can. Okay. Yeah, so this cast seems pretty good. I'm very unlikely to make it past the first boss, given my lack of HP on the first floor, but I'm very curious to see what happens when we die in this game. Alright, so Centaur Hearts still give us 25 HP. Interesting that you start with so low HP at the very start of this game, though. I definitely like my charged base attack over my special attack, I will say.
Next.
Also, the increased range that you get from Apollo's attack, I'm not appreciating it terribly much yet. It definitely makes your third hit in the combo on your base attack hit pretty far. And obviously there's a fair bit of increased range, but it doesn't feel as good as I would hope it to be. It feels like the range on this compared to the spear is much lower, for example. Alright, so magic up or shop. We can probably afford the shop now, and the shop might give us HP. You know what, there was a sparkle in the water in the last room. I mentally registered it and then immediately forgot about it. Darn. I think I'm gonna go for the shop. I'll have to go for a magic room eventually, though. So is it gonna be good old Karen again? I bet it is.
That breathing.
What have you got to say, good old Karen, friend? I see. That makes sense.
I'm in your debt, Lord Charon. These provisions surely shall make all the difference in my task. What gold I find is yours.
I don't know why, but my brain is doing like a... She makes me think of Jolene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for some reason. So I could either buy 30 more magic or Demeter Broom. But actually, I can... No, I can't afford both. I think I want the boon more just because, again, it's more familiar.
Only you could see my fields in the morning sun, shining brighter than any gold you shall ever find. Such metals ought to remain within the earth.
She's cool. So specials deal more damage and inflict freeze. But freeze is hard capped at 10 seconds before it can activate again, so Weed Killer. Omega attacks deal more damage but use 10 more magic. I think we're gonna go for Trinkle Gain here. I'm not impressed by the special just yet, because, I mean, I already have a pretty reliable way to get freeze with my cast. And since they don't stack and they cool down for a very long time. Alright, looks like this is gonna be our first boss. I wonder if we're gonna just be fighting each of the Titans, or if it's just Kronos we'll be dealing with.
Headmistress.
Oh.
There she is. You reached the edge of
Hecate.
Erebus already. You have surpassed my expectations, Melanoe.
Oh, I was completely wrong with her name. It's Melonway. My brain is just gonna hear Melonway, like the way of the melon.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate, for all your guidance and the compliment.
Okay, and it's Hecate. Okay. We're gonna be learning how to pronounce some Greek mythological names for a little bit, it seems. Oh well, bear with me as I mispronounce everything. I could just go all in and mispronounce everything on purpose.
In my place, you'd have done the same. However, now is not the time for pleasantries. 'Tis for a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy.
Alright, bring it on, Hecate. I think is what we're... Oh. So I have no idea how her attacks work. Oh, fire. Oh, why my HP... Oh, wow, she did a lot of damage. Well, I definitely took more damage than I needed to. Maybe I should have taken the, Maybe I should have taken the special attack point, since it seems like I'll probably need it here the most of all. My HP was definitely higher than when I first entered this room, so something must have healed me. Maybe they heal you before boss fights, but that's like the consequence of starting with lower HP. That seems unlikely. Alright, I can freeze her again, but I don't know which one is a clone and which one is not. No, that's not it. Okay, so it kind of shows. Whoa! Okay. Alright. Her attacks are relatively well telegraphed and pretty slow, but we're one hit away from death. I think this is where we die. I'm not surprised, though. I am, even if the mechanics are the same, the game itself and the knowledge that I have against certain enemies is going to be different. Didn't mean to use that, actually. Right, let's drop my cast on her while I can. It only freezes, and it doesn't seem bosses get frozen, which is very fair. I didn't expect that to be the case, but one could dream. Right. I don't know why. I keep expecting my cast to be a projectile, and it's not working. It is not a projectile, as it turns out. I'm hesitant to use my magics here, so I'm going to save it for when I think I really need it. We haven't even seen the second phase. Oh well. I got clipped and was caught.
Clearly unprepared as yet.
Time cannot be stopped. Yeah, I wasn't ready. I did not have my... or I was caught in an animation, didn't think about it.
Oh. Back already. Damn it.
I see a frog. Are you a friend? I can talk to the frog, yes.
See what I get for staying out all night, Frunos.
Our best friend is a frog, Kiwi. A little sad that we don't have a Cerberus, but I'll take it. Oh. Weird that we have a dad photo in our bedroom. I'm gonna press right button to brood.
This old unfinished painting. Don't look away. Don't forget all that the Titan took from you.
That's a concerning thought. So maybe this is truly a sequel in the idea of Melanway had is the offspring of Persephone and Hades after the events of Hades 1. It's a ghost!
Who dares disturb my eternal rest? You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch. Speak!
That was pretty decent, right, Mel? Maybe pushing it. Okay if I call you witch like that?
Okay, I already like Dora.
Which worked for me in context. And a solid haunting all in all, Dora. But I'd better run. Something I have to do.
Then be gone.
I think I'm gonna like Dora. She has the little, like, she has gremlin energy. Alright, let's see what our hub world is like. Is there anything in here? No. It looked like a tent. Maybe that'll open up later.
Stand tall and show no weakness.
Alright. So, down there is clearly where we want to go. What's this? Check.
The rivers overflowed back there.
I guess that's something we unlock later on, which is how Hades 1 worked as well. There's a lot of stuff to unlock.
Come here.
Hi, teacher. You killed me. I'm sorry.
Time forced our hand, Melinoe. Nary a soul expected you to slay our enemy last night, on a new moon, no less. But you accomplished something of great import.
I lack such forgiveness for my failure, Headmistress Hecate. The Titan yet lives, and Olympus yet burns, while I'm back where I started. What is it I accomplished?
You're here to speak of it. Recovered in body, if not in spirit. You've not failed, merely begun. Thus may you learn, grow stronger, and complete your task. Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
So it sounds like Kronos has done a bad in the Olympus. I mean, that's kind of how Titans do, I think. Who am I talking to, you?
This cauldron's filthy still, alas. But there's something at our altar you may use. And I've unsealed the silver pool as well.
Okay. Looks like I have a lot of dialogue with her.
We shall await your safe return. May moonlight guide you.
Is that it?
Thank you, Headmistress.
Okay, so that's it for talk, and then I can salute.
Be well, Headmistress.
And you, Melinoe.
Cute. It looks like they've added some, like, different interaction options. So what is this?
It's being purified.
Alright, nothing I can do yet. Oh, I see a little glowy point.
Crossroads. That haven hidden twixt the surface and the underworld conceals those still loyal to Lord Hades, rightful ruler of the dead.
Together we'll retake my father's realm.
Who are you?
Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he died from that. Works on mortals, though.
I knowed you. I read your book once.
I've nothing to report, Odysseus. not yet.
Well, you'll get him next time, I reckon.
Tough times.
And who are you?
Already hit a wall. Knocked your scrawny ass all the way back here. It's insane that she's sending you out on foot, all on your own.
Are you our new Meg? Because you feel like our new Meg.
Your skepticism's duly noted.
Nemesis. Alright. Seems cool.
Hail, Shades. Our fight is just getting started.
The little emoticon that Shade gave. Oh, she's talking to me. Okay. Can I fish? Doesn't seem it. Okay. Is there anything else to interact with at the crossroads? I feel like there is, and I've missed it. So, she said something about check the altar. I like.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Oh, don't I wish.
I like that you can salute all these individuals. It's kind of cool. Is that Hypnos? I'm not convinced that's Hypnos, but... Oh, it is. He's in a little sleeping bag. That's really cute.
We'll find a way to wake you, O sleep. I promise.
Ah. So he's just sleeping forever right now, it seems. Okay. Well, let's see what this leads to.
My altar.
Meditate.
Headmistress lent me the arcana.
The sorceress, when you channel your Omega moves, everything moves slower for 2 seconds. Oh, that's pretty good. So I can unlock other arcanas, presumably, but it looks like I can only unlock adjacent ones. Oh, I haven't unlocked this yet, so...
The sorceress.
I see. After you exit a location, restore 2 hearts, or twice that if you have no more than 30%. That's a pretty solid one. I like that. Versus deal 20% damage to foes in your casts. See? Okay, so the cast wasn't powered up, but we'll get power-ups eventually, but they have to be standing in my cast. Seems like a pretty solid option, since it seems like my cast now is dropping an AoE on the ground for the most part. I do think the survivability brought by getting HP is worth it, though, so we'll take that. The Huntress, while you have less than 100% magic, your attack and special deal 30% more damage. Or gain 20 health and 20 magic. Okay. These are all really good options. So I wonder if it feels like there are only a few of them, so it's hard to really stack. Or it's not like the mirror where they stacked up really fast, I guess, unless you unlock more arcana as you go on. I don't know quite what to expect from this, but I think just the flat survivability is what I want right now. Or this, but I can't afford it with the ash, so I'll save up.
That'll do.
Is there anything else I can do here? No, I don't think so. Alright. I'm going to assume this is where all my aspect weapons show up.
Allay your fears. She has returned.
Are you our new Skelly? Who are you?
A battle lost. But this is war, young one, and you have many battles yet to come. The only question is, are you prepared to win? I'm not so sure here, so let's see you give me 20.
Skelemius. This is definitely Skelly after he's like earned honor in battle or something. Maybe he got like rewarded for the previous game, but it's the same voice. It's just like made slightly more official. I am being visited by a gnocchi cat, which we are now going to remove from the desk. Goodbye, gnocchi.
Commander Skelemius, sir.
Alright, so strike Skelemius repeatedly. Can press X to attack, special to Y, cast, dash. Wait, wait, this has... Oh. Oh. So all of our abilities can be charged. Okay, that is way more interesting than I gave it credit for. I assumed it was just special and attack, but it's all 3. Okay. Only if you could charge dash too, that would be cool. Actually, interestingly here, if you dash and hold the dash button, you keep moving. I'm not using the control stick here. I didn't know about that. Okay. I wonder if that's in the original game too. Gnocchi's being a little bit of a pain right now. She's trying to eat my shoes.
The task comes first.
Alright, so that's the equivalent of Zagreus' bed, I guess. So inevitably there will be flashbacks and we'll rest at that bench to think of them.
Got all your magic back.
Okay. Whoop, 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 what happened?
Death to Kronos. I'll see to that. No one is more prepared.
Okay, so this is...
Beyond the mists of Erebus, there should be a way down. too risky heading through Elysium. And too risky to stay. All right, it's time.
Okay. So that's the equivalent of when we like stood over the overlooks of the different areas in the previous game. I like that. I wonder what this weapon is actually called. Well, seems I need to accomplish this first. There we go.
All right, that's enough. Unless you want to keep going.
I think we're good. Thanks for training us, Skelemius. Alright, so I think we've probably explored most of the underworld, which means we're ready to start our next run. So I think what I'll do is I'll end the video here because we're at half an hour. Wait, so go up.
Ugh, these blasted wards.
So,
Messing with that thing.
okay, so this must be the actual start. So yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here, and if the next run goes poorly, I'll probably tack it onto this one, assuming it takes less than an hour to beat. Or assuming the entire video length is less than an hour. So I think you can tell if the next run went at least a little bit better than the last one, we'll probably have it in a separate video. With all that said, Kiwi, though, I am so excited to get to play Hades 2. Even if it's in early access, I trust Supergiant Games. Every game they produce has had a level of polish and quality, and their track record with Hades 1, with how they used early access to really refine the game, speaks volumes for what my expectations on this one will be, and it already plays very well. I'm very curious to see how things build. But with all that said, Kiwi, for this episode, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hades 2. I can't believe I get to say that. That's so exciting.